MetLife denied a disability claim, but sitting only 4 hours a day changed everything. Now, can something as simple as being unable to sit for more than 4 hours a day qualify you for your long-term disability benefits? And according to a recent federal court case, the answer is yes. And that decision overturned a denial by one of the biggest disability insurance companies in the United States. I'm talking about Dime versus MetLife. It was a case that was decided in January of 2025. Now, Ms. Dime had a long history of abdominal and pelvic health issues. She underwent surgery to remove an ovarian cyst and continued to suffer post-operatively from severe pelvic and groin pain. Her pain was so intense that she struggled to sit for long periods of time, which impacted her ability, obviously, to do a sedentary job. She applied for her long-term disability benefits through a policy provided by employer, which was administered by MetLife. Now, MetLife acknowledged that she couldn't sit for more than 4 hours a day, but they still denied the claim. Why? They felt that she could still perform her sedentary occupation. But this case ultimately made its way to a federal court, and the outcome changed dramatically. The court referred to a well-established rule in the Ninth Circuit that if an employee can't sit for at least 6 hours a day in an 8-hour workday, they're not capable of performing sedentary work. And in this case, Ms. Dime could only sit for half an hour at a time, and then she had to lie down for at least an hour before resuming. That meant even on her best days, it would take her roughly 12 hours to complete just 4 hours of sitting. That's not the standard for full-time work. So what does this case teach us? Well, it shows us just how important it is to understand the exact language in your disability policy, especially how it defines your own occupation and what it means to be disabled under your plan or policy. Also shows the critical role that a doctor plays. At every appointment, you should be giving a detailed history of your symptoms. And if sitting is difficult, explain how long you can sit before you need a break, what you do to manage that pain, and how long your breaks are. What do? Do you use ice? Do you use heat? Do you take medication? And how long does any of that impact your ability to get relief from your pain? You also want to talk about whether your ability to sit changes throughout the day. So maybe you can sit for short periods of time in the morning, but by the afternoon, the pain is so intense that you can't. This kind of information is vital and needs to be included in your medical records. Now, if you have any questions about your rights to your disability benefits or your claim has been denied, remember you'll only have 180 days in which to file an appeal, and that appeal is the trial of your case. You can see having well-developed medical records and a great history can make all the difference. Call us today at 727-894-3188.